What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher along with Kamal Aristo. And today we're going to be talking about Ryan Coogler being detained at an Atlanta bank for attempting to withdraw 12K from his account. Now, I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's not funny because I'm not sure why. And I'll tell you this, if he was probably of a different persuasion, with a different hue, this may not have happened. This may not have happened. I'm not saying it wouldn't have, but it's probably unlikely. But the ironic part is it was in Atlanta, and the person who called the police was a black woman. I think that's something. Let me get into the story. It says Ryan Coogler was placed in handcuffs earlier this year after he should have been an innocuous trip to the local bank branch. TMZ was obtained a police report detailing it in January, an incident in which the Black Panther and Creed franchise director was mistaken as a bank robber. Coogler stopped by the Atlanta area Bank of America branch. He was wearing dark shades, just like your boy. He was wearing a face mask. And when it was his turn, he handed the teller his withdrawal slip with a note, additionally, instructions on the back, with additional notes on the back, instructions on the back. And this is what it said. It said, the note said, I would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from my checking account. Please do the money count somewhere else. I'd like to be discreet. Though the transaction was perfectly legal, the teller detailed it in the report that she was pregnant at the time, so she was probably a little hormonal, a little sensitive to emotional things. You pregnant, you probably think danger more times than you normally would. I'm trying to give her an out here, but she was, being pregnant, she was probably a little high strung. She was a black woman, and she received some sort of alert on her computer screen when attempting the transaction. She made an assumption that something strange was going on. Now, she had this alert on her computer screen. Now, the alert was not at all directed towards Ryan Coogler at all. It was just a normal computer alert. Okay. And she mistaken it for something like, oh, I got the computer alert, I got this black man, he got the shades. And she just started putting everything together and started thinking that she was there was something wrong going on. She made the assumption that something strange was going on, presumably due in part to Ryan Coogler's covered up appearance and his handing her a handwritten note. She reported the incident to the police, where contact in relation at a possible, there was possible bank robbery in progress. It's just funny how now you can't really say this is a racial thing because there was both black. Can't really say it was a racial thing because it was in Atlanta. And
So, you go, you never think, like me, going into the bank, Just, check his account. You know what I'm saying? See what his account is.
Right.
See what it is.
I'm sure Ryan Coogler got millions in that joint.
Yeah, I mean,
at least hundreds of thousands.
I ain't finna hand them. I'm just gonna tell them, basically where I'm at. I need 12 real fast.
Right.
They ain't gonna get all shook up and nothing. And then it shook the hounds on me. I might even get the money. You know what I'm saying? Then I get out the door. But they're gonna check their account, see who I am, give me your ID.
Well, I mean, she could at least ask him to lower his mask so she could identify the brother, get his driver's license. Can you lower your mask, sir? I
think that's more production, if anything. The way he looked, the way he, with the mask on, the uni bummer mask on his head.
He probably had a Black Panther mask on. I got one. I got two of them.
Yeah, he got like 3 or 4 masks on his face, some Dionne Warwick glasses, sunglasses. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a production.
Yeah.
Another great heathen production.
What you think about that Black Ryan Coogler getting arrested, man, for taking out his own money?
Yeah, that's wild. I find it wild. That sounds like a sister that was on the phone describing the fact that he showed his ID and everything. And she was the one who called, I guess. And then there was a brother there handcuffing him. That whole situation was goofy.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Ski, man. You can't really say it's a racial thing. You got Ryan, who's Black. You got the sister who's Black. It was in Atlanta, and the arresting officer was Black. So
she said he told me to read the note. He was trying to take 12,000 out. He said read the note.
Yeah, but Ski made a good point, man. Why don't you just look in the account and see if it's legit, if he got the money?
No, but if he show you his ID, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
what are we talking about?
But he at least should have lowered his face so that they can identify him. That's why you hand them the license, so they can match up the face. So I'm not sure. I think she just jumped to conclusions. Now, she was pregnant at the time, Black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, like,
that makes a big difference. He's pregnant.
Oh. Well, it does, man, because all your senses is heightened, man. All your senses is heightened.
The bang mask and the Sub-Zero mask and all of that stuff. You walking in the bank like that, man? Come on, with a Unibomber hat on your head and stuff.
I'm surprised though that he was walking around with that covered up in Atlanta right now. Anyway, it ain't like it's freezing in Atlanta right now, and it ain't like people in Atlanta, from what I've seen, even rock masks like that.
And ain't no mandates out? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying, it looked like, from what I understand from people who own boots on the ground, they don't rock masks that tough. Even in the height of the pandemic, they was out of their mask kicking it in numbers without no mask. So, I don't know. Maybe he careful,
Yeah, because you got to figure, man, he's a director, so he's probably going to be surrounded by people all of the time. If the director is sick due to COVID, that could really mess up a movie budget.
But you and I know, scientifically speaking, the doggone mask don't save you, don't protect you from the virus.
Well, I mean, it does. It does protect you from the virus. No. Yeah,
it don't protect you from the virus.
It does protect you from the virus to the point where it eliminates or minimizes your chances of breathing in, because COVID is an airborne. It's a pathogen.
Well, this is my point. Listen, I work in hazardous environment as we speak. The most hazardous airborne pathogens and I'm talking asbestos, I'm talking all that right now. We have to wear respirators just to walk into the building. We have to be clean shaven. I know what it's like to really rock a mask and what it's supposed to really do. But listen, that little mask that we be wearing, walking around here like we doing something, ain't doing it. I couldn't work. I couldn't go to work in that because it won't protect me from an airborne pathogen. I'm telling you this.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, Black. When we talking about the virus, what is it? KN95 or something like that. Those masks have been proven to be useful for the virus. Now you're talking about other airborne elements, you know, I'm not sure, you know, like you said, asbestos and stuff like that. There may be a different grade of masks that you have to use, but all that's put aside, man. The thing is this: he is Ryan Coogler. Maybe he don't want to bring attention to himself. He told the teller, "Be discreet."
Nobody don't know that Negro. I didn't even know who that Negro was until they started showing. Oh, he's
in Atlanta. They know that Negro.
I guess.
Yeah, in Atlanta they know him. He's a celebrity there. You know, I mean, if I rolled up on, like, okay, he's not A-list, and he probably could pass me by and I wouldn't know who he was, but it's a possibility I could pick him out too.
No, I think he is an A-list technically,
especially in Atlanta.
His movie sold by what, $1 billion?
Yeah,
he hit like $1 billion. You an A-lister if you do $1 billion in their world.
It's especially in Atlanta, they know him there, and you know, he don't want all that attention. He comes across to me as a bit of a shy guy, if you ask me. He don't really dig the spotlight. He ain't really looking for the spotlight. He just wants to direct, and I get it. And you know, it's, if you're withdrawing, you know, thousands of dollars, are you going to want people coming up to you asking you for autographs and all of this other stuff? You want to keep it discreet. You don't want to go in there, oh, I'm Ryan Coogler.
But this is another thing too, man. This is another thing. You have a good point. You know, you want to be discreet. You don't want to bring a whole lot of attention to you because you can get robbed.
Exactly.
The second thing, though, is just a little it's a little puzzling to me because from what I've seen with people who got money, they don't wait in the same line. They have bankers that come and greet them, or they call ahead, or they have a money manager, or they have some type of different way of extracting large amounts. They don't just wait behind the school bus driver to cash a $400 check, and then they pull out their $12,000. But that ain't how they move typically. See what I'm saying? So it looked a little sus.
That's production.
It don't add up.
Well,
you know what I mean? That's called it on him. A brother handcuffed him. He's Black Panther. What?
Yeah, that was a bit suspicious. I once seen Jay-Z go into a bank. He had a little backpack, just like Kanye. He had a backpack. He went into the bank, and you know, they go into their own private rooms. You know what I mean? Then he came out, backpack full. Had to be money, obviously. I mean, he coming from a bank. This is around Christmas time. And when the fans, he didn't wear no mask or nothing like that. And when the fans came around him, he was like, hey, today ain't the day. Today is not the day. Y'all got enough already. This ain't the day to be coming up on me. Okay, and he went straight from the bank door to his Suburban or whatever that was waiting outside. So when you come
in charity, 10 to 50K, that's nothing. You know, they don't get all about that.
You said what?
They get out of the way in charity.
But you know what though? It's nothing to them. but it's something to a robber. It's
Once
something
you
to a thug, dude.
mention him, his song, still Negroes, there we go. That's basically what it is,
But anything above like $500-600 is like, all right, you taking out a lot. Even if you cash your check, they're gonna ask you like, you want to deposit some of that? You want to keep some of that? Like they'll trip even over $1,000 you pulling out. So I mean, they got their own criteria. If you extracting money out of their system, they want to know why. Like, it's a different situation.
Ain't none of their money and ain't none of their business. And not only that, you don't get this from other, like if he was Jewish, this would never happen. Hey, Sean, we got Sean B in the house. Hey, Sean, let me ask you a question. Do you think that black people are racist against black people? I mean, do you think that the woman could have called the police, or one of y'all can answer? I don't know. Sean B, you still on mute. Do y'all think that you could be sort of, blacks can be kind of that way against each other? Like if it was somebody else of another race, do you think that she would have been quick to, make that call, or what? What do y'all think?
I think she wouldn't have made the call.
Wow.
Yeah, straight up and down. I think she wouldn't have made the call if he was Caucasian. In particular, I think we do self-hate each other more than anybody.
Why did that make Heathen Line News? I mean, that's production. That's all I gotta say. That don't even make sense at the end of the day. Then to make Heathen Line News, like this is important during,
No, it is a big deal because I mean, you got a celebrity who's getting arrested.
Wearing the mask wasn't a big deal either.
Getting hauled off in handcuffs.
You said the mask protectors, and I know. Everybody know. They had the babies wearing them little masks. The mask up. What the mask protecting you from a voter, whatever kind of thing, just jumping off the variant.
Yeah, but I don't know if the mask was that much of a big deal. I'm sure by the time he got arrested, his mask was off. Like, hey, I am Ryan Coogler. Like, cut it out.
Big super Boosie Collins sunglasses on with the Unabomber hat on top of his head, and then he didn't even look like the director that directed movies. He looked like a Negro.
But look. If he's in Atlanta and he goes to that bank, I'm sure that's not the first time he made a withdrawal.
Wherever he was at, he was safe,
Yeah, it says when cops arrived, they immediately detained 2 of Coogler's associates who were waiting for him out inside a black SUV parked outside.
Yeah.
The bank Coogler himself was detained as well, escorted out of the bank in handcuffs. Fortunately, after investigating the incident, police found that no legal or illegal activity had taken place and that a mistake had been made.
There are movies coming out for all the Negroes to see, publicity stunt.
I was going to say that. I was just going to say, I wonder if it's a movie about to drop.
Look, I don't think that's related at all. Like once they got there, they realized, oh, that is Ryan Coogler. Like, let him go. I mean, he didn't go to the station. So Black Panther 2 is gonna come out, and it don't need no help from Ryan.
That Negro detained. They had a whole conversation with him for a minute. Then he put up his praying hands and all of that stuff. Yeah.
Everybody's anticipating for Black Panther 2 to come out, man. Wakanda forever. But no, I am. You know what I'm going to see? I'm going. What is the funny part? Y'all be killing me.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. I wish I was in Wakanda right now.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, I'm going to see Batman tomorrow too. Check that out. I've been hearing some things
Right.
about that. Hey, yeah, I'm going to check it out. I may even do a ranking on it. Maybe y'all should go check it out and do a ranking on it too. But it said Coogler has been in Atlanta for several months, completing principal photography for Black Panther 2: Wakanda Forever.
Ta-da.
It is a note that Atlanta was experienced several spike in violent crimes over the last year. Sean B can probably speak on that, which very
I
well
don't know
may
nothing about that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Nah.
yeah. How was Atlanta when you were there, man? How was it? Did it seem like there was a lot of crime there or no?
I didn't see no crime, but what I would say is that, Atlanta, the city is rather small, but the surrounding area, they group together crime from a lot of the other cities that's close by Atlanta. So when you think, oh, Atlanta, I mean, but then again, they may be speaking on a specific section, a concentrated section that's the most dangerous. And so they, bringing up those statistics. So, yeah, like I said, I really couldn't tell you too much, that is what they chose to present,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so you're saying some of the suburbs is counted as Atlanta, so they'll swoop in all those suburbs and just call it Atlanta. And
yeah, it's like saying Milwaukee is bad, but then you get people who like, no, it's West Dallas, it's Wauwatosa, it's what I mean, South Milwaukee, and South Milwaukee is really rather east, like southeast, and it's like, what I mean. So it's like,
right,
you can't just say it as a whole is bad when you got all of these surrounding places. But yeah,
it says for their part, Bank of America has made things right with Coogler after this unfortunate incident.
Yeah, because he was gonna snatch his money out of it.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot of money, and it's going to be a lot more once Black Panther 2 come out. He probably already got his check. I don't know. A representative for the bank shared a statement with Variety. We deeply regret that this incident occurred. It never should have happened, and we have apologized to Mr. Coogler.
You think that pregnant sister got fired?
That's a good question. I don't think they fired her. I just think that, she did make them look bad, but, they probably...
She could have cost them millions.
Yeah, but, they figure, look, you trying to save us from a bank robbery. I don't think they fired her. It didn't really say anything about them letting her go.
Why did she think he was a bank robber again?
Because he was a black man taking out $12,000, talking about...
She was prejudiced against him.
Be discreet.
She was prejudiced.
So I think that definitely would call for some discussion. There's nothing else. Like, you can't be, picking out which customers you choose to treat like, criminals.
Well, all she had to do really was just tell him to let down his mask. That's the part I don't get. Like, why can't you just tell him to let down his mask? I know it's, it ain't even mandates no more. So just let down your mask. I need to see who you are, verify you with your driver's license. And if I see more than 12K in your account, give you the money. I gotta
do my job. Yeah.
But like I said, she was pregnant, so those senses was heightened. What I mean?
This made Heathen Line news, and it don't got nothing to do about nothing.
Well, it do got something to do about nothing. We talking about another brother in handcuffs, man, for no reason, just because of his supposedly identity, or you I mean, you can't really say stereotype, but that's why I asked y'all the question: do blacks even stereotype each other? Do we do that to each other?
Very well.
No, we just prejudge.
No.
Prejudice.
We don't do that.
Because
he didn't want to let his mask down.
Negro got some money.
I think he did, Sean.
So then, even after letting his mask down, she still was like pressing him about the issue.
Well,
like, I don't believe who you are.
Well, I don't. You know what? I don't even think it got to that point. And that's the part that really is why this is headline news, Ski, because there were some measures that she should have or could have took before going that extreme route, and that goes into the situation of being stereotyped or yeah, okay, he's a black man, he got these dark shades on, he got this mask
that
on.
production came out so quickly, all the footage of him being handcuffed by the police and come on now, look.
You think it's a motion picture?
The note he wrote and it's just too happy. I can't believe none of that, and it's not important. It's made heathen line news for what? Dude,
we talking about
for real, man.
We talking about stereotypes. Yeah, but I'm surprised he don't get it. This is the stereotyping of men that look like us.
Yeah, but if that was one of us, it never makes the heathen line news.
Yeah, because you ain't no director. You ain't famous.
Okay, now it's important, because this dude is important. He's somebody with a movie coming out about Wakanda forever.
Yeah. Now, when some crazy stuff happen and you become somebody, we'll report it. I'm just messing with you, dog.
What all that mean? That we know that.
Just make something of yourself, and then we'll report it.
I said.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was fine. I know, but I'm just trying to explain to him why this made news. It's because it's Ryan Coogler. He's a celebrity.
That ain't our people. It's teaching something totally different.
No, that is our people, man. Everybody involved with this story is our people. From Ryan Coogler to the teller to the arresting officer. All of them was. I'm thinking that the arresting officer.
Problem is, man, it's hard to believe anything you hear and see nowadays. It's hard to believe things is genuine. You know what I mean? Like it just everything. Like even we ain't go detract too much, but just even the current situation with the war or whatever going on, over there. Like there's evidence that's it's a staged situation on a lot of levels. There's some real stuff happening, but it's staged too, to make it look worse than it is. So
I don't think that Ryan Coogler would purposely get arrested to build up some pub just because he got Black Panther 2 coming out. I just don't. The guy is discreet as it is. He didn't want none of this attention.
Black Panther ain't about us. It ain't about us. It's about them Hamites.
Nah, it's not just about them too. I mean, it's about us too, man. I get where you're going with the whole Black Panther thing. Some in some ways I would agree with you, but in other ways I won't.
Spiritual flowers and stuff. That ain't us.
Dude, that's our lineage. Believe it or not, that's our lineage. Yeah, that's.
So hold on, what are you saying? Elaborate, both of y'all. Elaborate on that for people who probably is questioning what you're talking about.
What Ski is saying is that we are not Africans, and I'm saying we are Africans. That is part of.
You mean there's a difference?
Not as far as I'm concerned, but as far as he's concerned, yes, there is a difference.
So wait a minute, you believe all Africans are the same African?
We're gonna talk about that on another show. And I'm gonna break all of that down. And Ski is gonna break his part down, and we can really debate on that because I will admit to some differences and I will admit to some similarities, but we can sort out what those are in another show.
Killmonger.
We got to do that show tonight. That got to be the night.
All right.
Next episode.
We can do that next. I actually, we can do that next. What you say, Ski?
Yes.
Huh?
I said, do you know who Killmonger is?
He is us, and we is him. And you know, that was actually part of the story, and it was pretty much Africans and I want to say against African Americans, but sort of.
Yeah, they showed that one too. You know, Negroes against Negroes, all in Wakanda forever. Yeah.
Yeah, I that part I did not like because it seemed like it was a little black on black, stuff going on. But yeah, that's another story, man. I am looking forward to seeing what the 2 is going to do, especially since Chadwick is gone. I really don't know what they're going to do with 2. I heard some rumors that they're going to try to make a woman the next Black Panther. So we'll see. How y'all feel about that?
Are they gonna try to make him kiss a man or something? Watch something like that.
You know, he gonna be the Pink Panther. Black Panther.
Hey, not the Pink Panther.
Hey,
that was actually a good one.
No, but you know them people over there, how they do, for promotions, you got to embarrass yourself in public. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not accusing or attacking or saying. I'm just saying I know the trend is you got to cut your hair off like Britney Spears, or you got to put on a dress, or you got to do something humiliating.
Wear a diaper like the baby had to do.
I mean, yeah, wear a big diaper. A grown man. So I mean, it's got to be. It's their initiation. It's their, promotional.
What you did. You did something. You did something dumb. Like baby came out and said something dumb, stupid, and they smacked him. Now he had to humiliate himself in public.
I'm lost. What are y'all talking about?
Okay. It's a real thing. In that industry. In any of the industries, you can name an industry that's in the limelight.
Now, are you talking about what Samuel L. Jackson was talking about? Because I seen an article.
Probably not. I don't know what
L. Jackson was talking about. He said the only way that blacks can really get an Oscar or something is if they doing something devilish or they doing something embarrassing to themselves. Because Samuel had just said that recently.
No, I'm surprised he said that, but I didn't see him say that.
Wow, I've never seen him really take any roles that was demeaning in
he was the biggest coon. He was the biggest coon in Django. Like he was the
yeah.
Like don't get no more demeaning than that. But but bottom line is the industry as a whole, you have to do something demeaning. You have to embarrass yourself on a high level. It got to be a real, situation for you. Like I know CeeLo Green had to put on a wedding dress, and Dennis Rodman had to put on a wedding dress. They got to do certain things. Kevin Hart put on a dress. You name them, all the black entertainers especially. So I'm not directly attaching this to. I'm not putting that on them, but I wouldn't be surprised is all I'm saying. If it was some type of situation like that, and it wouldn't even qualify to me really, like just being handcuffed, that ain't nothing. So, I don't know. It is what it is at this point. We talking about it too much.
It's just showing, who he's still, like Jay-Z said, he's still that, and it don't matter, you know what I'm saying, because you got little chips in the bank, you know what I'm saying, you still that, you know what I'm saying, we'll still smack you at the end of the day, and you humiliate yourself to get back to that little change that you want.
Yeah, so going forward, when you come down to sitting down at the table or whatever, Like them people, you know, they got leverage. You know what I mean? It's leverage, man. They want something on you in order for you to come to the negotiating table, for you to get a seat at they table. They gotta have some kind of leverage on you. Otherwise, nah. If you like Nipsey, he tried to own everything. It was all money in, and look where he ended up. Anybody who try to do their own thing, they pull themselves up by their bootstraps, so-called, so to speak. Even though, you know, he was a retrend and all that, but I rock with him still. You know what I mean? His principles and morals and his code was right or whatever. But the bottom line is, for us, we have to do something demeaning in order to get a seat at their table. But see, they losing power. They losing control, actually. They really losing control. It's just, you ever seen a runaway, like a ghost ship that keep floating? And ain't nobody manning the ship. Like, that's what's going on. Ain't nobody manning this ship. This place is burnt up, and everything that's been operating is starting to demonstrate signs of already being abandoned. This is an abandoned ship. These people jumping left and right, man. We just still keep into it. All these dreams and hopes and aspirations for fame and fortune. We keep buying into it. Yeah, I want to be a movie director. I want to be a rapper. I want to be famous and important and all that. So I'll sit at the table and, you know, whatever deal come with it, I'll embarrass myself. You know, I'll put my people out there, you know, make them look bad for a movie or whatever. You know, I mean, it goes there, you know. So I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised of the scenario if that was what it was. But I'm not saying that's what he did. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just looked crazy, and you know, it is what it is.
If you're talking about Ryan, as far as him, man, I don't think he would stoop to anything like that. I mean, he's the most low key dude, I think, in the industry actually, and he wants everything to be discreet. I mean, you know, he started his. I read an article on him, man. He said he started his career. He went to a college. And he got married, and his wife was really holding him down for a long time. You know, nobody knew if his career was going to take off. Him and his wife didn't know. He ended up getting this software, this editing software, and this software really kind of, you know, made him take off. I gotta find out what software that was.
Story and stuff. I mean, he in one of those fraternities. You know, he took the Spike Lee joint. You know, school days. You know, he been there. You know, so you can't tell me dude is, you know, some special. He's low key and all of that, because he's not. You know, he doesn't blockbuster movies for the heathens. Come on, they love this dude. You know what I'm saying? It's more.
Who is the heathens?
Heathen Line News. Come on, this is false.
Who is the
I
heathen?
was trying to get into that. You didn't want to.
I
said
know,
next
because
show.
we ain't got enough time to do it in this one. But are you talking about? I'm just wanting him to clarify who the heathens is. Africans?
The powers that be. The powers that be.
Or
we can't really start
the majority
names,
population.
You know. But the powers that be.
I'm saying none of that is. I'm saying pretty much in this story, all of that is irrelevant, man, because we're talking about somebody. I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying he is famous. He is a famous guy. And if a famous guy is going to get arrested, especially for nothing, it's going to make the news. It's just going to make the news. And we shouldn't be surprised by that. I mean, we're talking about Ryan Coogler, not only who made a blockbuster $1 billion movie, but is about to make another one. You don't think this is going to be news that he got arrested for nothing, trying to take his own money out? Pretty much.
But the question is, why did he get arrested for nothing? Well, what is going to be the action moving forward? Because that's not acceptable.
That's what I'm saying, and that's why we're covering it, because it is not acceptable. And the bank did come out and did issue an apology to him. Again, the sister must have just been hormonal. Go ahead, Ski.
I mean, but these are the same people that told us we had to wear a diaper on our face for 2 years. Now they bringing you this type of news. You know, a man got arrested in the bank for, you know, they thought he was the Unabomber or something. Come on.
I don't know if they thought it was the Unabomber, but they did think that. But you got to look at it this way too. A lot of crime has been. They said in that area, crime has been going up. So if crime has been going up,
agree with that, Sean? You was there.
I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, but
I ain't seen no crime.
Yeah, but she like I said, she was in an emotional state, and I don't want to necessarily blame it all on her pregnancy, but she got an alert on her computer, and she mistaked the alert for there being something suspicious going on, especially since he slid her the note and gave her instructions on being discreet. So that kind of freaked her out. But anyway, thanks
Why
for
he
joining.
slide?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we got, okay. So there's more to the story.
Yeah. But thanks for joining us on this one. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. Since the BMR covered it, now it's official. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Peace.